guess let's start with the Castro hit. That looked like a pretty vicious hit, and then the ball's laying there. What do you recall of that whole entire sequence?
I just remember Castro getting hit, the ball coming out. Couldn't believe the ball came out. Kind of like mentally, everything kind of like slowed down. I felt like I was looking at the ball for like 5 seconds. Scooped it up, didn't see nobody in front of me, and I was just running. Yeah, that was definitely crazy. This is my first touchdown in college, so it was definitely crazy. I couldn't believe it even when I got into the end zone. I didn't know what to do. I kind of looked back to see if it was like a flag or anything afterwards, because I just couldn't believe it was real. But yeah, that was definitely a crazy play. I mean, yeah, I did the easy part. Castro did all the work, but you know, I kind of got the easy end of the stick, so that was pretty crazy, pretty great play.
And then you got the interception, returned 33 yards, and were you kind of like, wow, today's my day. I'm gonna get another.
I mean, you know, in our defense, you know, you kind of just, you know, when you're doing what you're supposed to do, you kind of end up in the right spot no matter what. So, you know, I just kind of was doing what I normally do, ended up being in the right spot where the quarterback was looking at. I just did what I had to do to complete the play. So I think, you know, as long as I'm, you know, where I need to be, I think the ball always will find you if you're doing what you're supposed to do. And when you're not doing what you're supposed to do, that's when big plays happen. That's when, you know, that's when mistakes happen. So, you know, as long as I'm, you know, being where I'm supposed to be at, I think, you know, the ball's always gonna find me, or whoever's on the team. You know, even with Coop's pick today, you know, he was doing what he was supposed to do, and the ball just found his way into his hands, and he was able to score and make a play of it. So, you know, in our defense, you know, we're always on our P's and Q's. We're always, you know, where we're supposed to be. So I think that always helps us, you know, every single game.
What did you see on Coop's interception, his pick six?
Man, you know, I really want to say it. I don't want to say it started with me, but you know, number 12 was coming to get him, and I jump started it. So you know, I need like a burger or something from Coop. You know, maybe like a Big Mac or something. So I know, but you know, Coop, you know, he you can see he played offense in high school. You know what I mean? Just the way he was able to cut in and out of play, in and out of his cuts and everything like that. You were able to see that playmaking ability that you saw if you watch his his high school film. And I was just back there just watching him go to work. So it was definitely a remarkable play by him. You know, we just did what we supposed to do, what we do in practice, blocked the intended, you know, lead him up the field, and you know, Coop just did the rest.
And that last one, you knocked down the Hail Mary. Is that what it was? Was a knockdown?
You know, I heard people on the sideline saying let it go. So you know, once he kind of got in there, I just dropped it. That's the story I'll go with.
Is that 100% true?
98.
What is it about Cooper? It's just, I mean, you know, third straight week he's got an interception. He just seems to be around the ball. I mean, that seems rare at somebody his age to be able to do that.
I mean, you know, every single week in practice, you know, we're always making sure we're always practicing to our full speed, you know, making sure we're always in the right spot. And I think, you know, with Coop, you know, you always find him in the right spot no matter what. I think that's what you see in all these plays. You know, he's always where he needs to be at the right time, like I said, you know, previously. I think that's what, you know, makes our defense so good is we're so sound. We're always making sure that we're on our P's and Q's about what's going on, what we're seeing. And I think that starts in practice. That starts with Coach Parker. That starts with, you know, KB, Kelvin Bell. That starts with Seth. That starts with the rest of our defensive staff. I think they push us in practice every single week to make sure that we need to be where we need to be when the game comes. You know, we might make mistakes throughout the week, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when we're preparing, but when Saturday comes around, you know, we've seen what we need to see, and we're always going to be prepared when that time comes, when those plays come.
And then you look at Castro stepping in because Terry got hurt yesterday, and what is it? He just seems to be a real hitter. You know, he did the special teams for all these years, and then of course forced that fumble.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I think, you know, even with our tools, you know, whenever they're asked to step in, I think the way that they practice as well, you know, we always are practicing 100% up, the ones and the twos. I think we're making sure that we're always prepared to go in no matter what happens, no matter who's injured. We're always gonna make sure that the next guy is always prepared 100% to keep making sure that we're moving the way we need to move 100% as a whole defense. So we knew that when Castro went in, that he was gonna play regard. He was gonna ball out. He was gonna be where he needed to be. I trusted him to play the exact same way that Cooper's going to play if he was playing Cash and Terry was out there. So I think that just comes with, like I said, preparation. I think, you know, making sure that, you know, that they're going just as hard as us to make sure that when their time comes, and I think you saw today that Castro made a lot of good plays out there. I think he was where he needed to be because that starts with preparation, you know, throughout the week, and him making sure that he's, you know, locked in and tuned in because he doesn't know what's going to happen on Saturdays, and I think that's what we saw today.
Two more questions.
3 turnovers, and I think it's only 1 or 2 big plays. How happy of a mood is it can be in the room when you hit both of Phil Parker's kind of big goals there?
It's all right. I think, you know, we had a lot of mistakes on the field today. I know I should have been a touchdown. I almost gave a touchdown at the end of the fourth quarter. You know, so even though we had such a good game, I think there's a lot of things that we still need to clean up as a defense. So I don't think we need to be satisfied. I think we still have a lot more work to do. We still, you know, keep on working, keep on getting there, and I don't think we're that far away from being a really great defense.
42-3 loss last year. Last time you played Michigan, is that in your mind much ahead of next week?
39 points. Yeah, it's in my mind, definitely 100%. I think we're prepared for next week. So let's make it rock.
All right, thank you, Kevin.
Thanks.
Thank you.